So the boys at Team 18 here have just been back from Talon Bend. Pretty lucky to come away with the bend with no damage, so all the panels have still stayed on the car. What we've done now is prep the cars for next test day at Winton, which is obviously before our next round. So plan is tomorrow we'll run through some testing items that we want to go there for the next round. We're going to head our way up to Winton now and get the cars out of the truck ready for tomorrow. Big day, and we'll see you there.
They're probably some of the toughest days of the year. Hard slog. You can start at 4:30 in the morning and you may not go home until 9 o'clock at night, and you're pretty much on your feet all day. But it's where we learn a lot, and it's where all our pace comes from for the year. So it's always good to give the drivers and engineers as much time as we can to learn what they do. Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
How are we travelling with it?
With what?
You haven't put it in yet?
No, I was just getting organised.
See?
Just filled her up. It's always nice to test at your home track, especially when you're racing here in a few weeks. But Winton's a funny one. You can be quick here today and slow next week, or vice versa. It's a weird place.
So there's
Are they warm?
I haven't got the ear warmers going yet.
What is winter, mate? It's bloody freezing. Obviously, a lot of the work is related to the super soft tyre, which we run for the first time at the round, which is the following weekend. So yeah, no, it'll be interesting. So obviously, yeah, pressure cap's different and the tyre's different. So a lot of the work that the guys will be doing is about making the tyre live, even though we don't have the super soft. The testing's biased towards that.
Days. Yeah, not for me, I don't think. Oh, test days are sometimes good fun, but we're always we tend to be limited on tyres. So a lot of the day you end up running around with some used tyres, which isn't the most enjoyable thing. And sometimes you feel like a bit of a robot. You're in there obviously giving feedback to your engineer, but yeah, you're really just running laps and relaying what the car balance is like. But they are important, critical to going fast.
For a co-driver, these test days are a bit different. The main driver seems to do a lot more running and do a lot more of the setup changes, that sort of thing. As a co-driver, we jump in and also reference ourselves to the main driver and also our feedback as well. So it's really important for us to be on the same page as the main drivers. You know, if one driver's complaining about understeer and the other's complaining about oversteer and the car's the same, well, it makes life difficult for the engineer. So it's all about familiarising yourself with how you go about it compared to the main driver, and also being focused on the same thing and trying to go down the right direction. It makes it a bit easier for the engineer, and we can all move forward from there. There's a bit of a plan of what the engineers want to try throughout the day, but it can change at any point. So I can be in the car for anywhere from half an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how Scott's going, how happy he is with the balance of the car and what they want to work on. So it can change throughout the day, and we're sort of on standby until we're required to jump in.
Today my role is to drive the car, get my feedback, give it to the engineering group, discuss it, see where we differ or if we differ at all. before we get to Bathurst, because the co-driver sessions are obviously a crucial part of the weekend. It's an opportunity for the team, if the co-driver is up to speed and gives the appropriate feedback that suits the main driver, you can work on the car in those sessions, and that's exactly what we learn at days like today. Typically, how well the car's going is how I guess you see the test day and how the outcome is. So if things are running smoothly and you're progressing forward, you normally go away from that day being really confident, happy. But like anything, at work, wherever you are, if things aren't going well, you're obviously frustrated and you want to improve. So, but they're important. They're a crucial part of the program.
Test days they're not glamorous. They're definitely the hardest that the guys work. They're under the car, big changes, and then straight back out. Sometimes they don't work and they've got to reverse them, so it's a mentally and physically draining day, but they did an amazing job. Car ran reliable, and we got some really good changes. I thought the car was actually pretty strong, and the good part is we were here earlier in the year for a test day, and I hated the car then, and I finished up today really happy. So we'll come next week, we'll throw different compound tyres on it and all that sort of stuff, but all in all, really successful day, and we go home happy.